When I was in my younger years, I would sometimes wake up with little half moons, little imprints in my palms because I was gripping my hand so tightly during my sleep. Later on, I would wake up with tension in the temples from biting down so hard in my sleep. I would literally wake up with a pain that I could feel in my temples from biting down so hard in my sleep. I could talk for 8 hours about embodiment, about being a person who has become aware of the physicality of my life, being a person who has become aware of how I'm holding myself, metaphorically and literally, what my posture is like, metaphorically and literally, noticing if I'm breathing, noticing the sensations in my head, in my face, in my jaw, noticing if I can drop my shoulders, drop my shoulders, drop my shoulders. Noticing if I'm gripping or squeezing or clenching, and just having the daily, easily hourly, but more than hourly practice of noticing and letting go, noticing and letting go, noticing and letting go. And then sometimes not having the capacity to let go, but still noticing. Noticing how I feel physically, noticing how I feel emotionally, noticing what it's like to show up in certain spaces, noticing that sometimes it's not the space or the people, but I can go into a space that I was in one day and go back into that same space the next day and not feel the same way. Noticing the diversity and variety of my experience as a human being in a body. Letting myself unbrace. Letting myself let go. Letting myself slow down. Letting myself be, and learning to be a friend to myself in more and more and more and more different situations. That is the result of an embodiment practice. An embodiment practice is anything that makes you more aware of your body and the sensations in your body, the sensations that go along with being you. I ask people, drop your shoulders. I ask people to drop their shoulders because that's something that most of us can relate to and do, because in the living of life, we do get tense and we brace and we hunch and we clench. When I say to a person, drop your shoulders, and they notice, hey, wait a minute, I can drop my shoulders. A, they're becoming more present because it's happening right now. And B, they're learning something about what they were just doing. And they're learning something maybe about how they're being in general, possibly. So the act of noticing offers a kind of light, a kind of shining light on an aspect of our lives, the physical aspect of our lives that normally we wouldn't be aware of. Strangely, I think that embodiment also facilitates hope and hopefulness. I have certainly felt the opposite of that, which is a kind of demoralized hopelessness. I have felt that more times than I would like, to just look at whatever the circumstances are in a particular situation and go, I don't think this is going to work. And it never has. And why would it ever? That kind of pessimistic view of things is something that creeps up on me. I think that embodiment doesn't eliminate that, but it gives me a place to stand and be that organically melts it and eases me out of that and eases me into a place of something like appreciation, something like gratitude, something like recognition of having. Because when I am in my body, I am with a lot of different things at once. When I am in my body, I am noticing all kinds of different sensations. When I am in my body, I actually am noticing where my butt hits the surface holding me. I'm noticing so many things in my environment. I'm noticing what I hear. I'm noticing bird song. I'm noticing what I see around me. I'm noticing trees. I'm noticing my environment and my body. And I'm becoming a person who's more apt to notice. I really have enjoyed this video series on the 10 benefits of embodiment. And I do sense that there are about 10,000 benefits and that I'll probably spend my entire life naming them and listing them. But starting with 10 is not bad. Starting with 10 is not bad. So if we haven't met before, my name is Bridget. I have a daily embodiment practice, and I call it that, but it's really more than just daily. It's just all day long. And there are different scenarios and times where I'm more aware of my body, obviously. But I think the way I would describe it now is that I am with myself. I am with myself more of the time. I am present and with myself. And gently becoming a little bit more present with the rest of the world as well. I think that's going to be a lifelong, a lifelong endeavor, but it's fine, little by little. So if you're curious about me and my work, check the link tree in the show note, in the description. That's where all my things are, all the links to all my things, my podcast, my coaching space, and some new things that I'm working on. I hope you have a good day, evening, time, and that you will remember to be with yourself. I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.